Well, the problem that I had with the old system was it was very inconsistent around the house. I was always having to bleed the radiators, and I did notice that some of the radiators were only partially working, with a great big cold patch at the bottom of them.
Well, the system's 16 years old and was getting a bit noisy, and the boiler, of course, was giving out quite a lot of heat. The boiler's 16 years old.
With the old central heating, we had uneven patches of the rads, getting warm or cold, that meant the rads weren't working at full output.
The central heating system that we had, the radiators were never hot to the bottom, and it was getting increasingly expensive. We had frequent sessions of bleeding that became a bit of a bind.
My old central heating, as it was, didn't produce the amount of heat in every place.
The system itself just wasn't working as well as it should have done.
The Magic Box has really ironed out most of those problems. The system response is much quicker, and the cold patches in the radiators are gone. I haven't yet had to bleed the radiators since it was put in.
The idea of the Magic Box struck me as being quite a good one. You get a flush of the system, which I've never had, and then the idea of running the boiler at lower temperature.
Our Magic Box system has improved the central heating system by virtue of reducing the boiler heat from 75 degrees centigrade to 60 degrees centigrade, and that's really can be expected to save a lot of money.
Certainly the system's a lot quieter now, and the radiators heat up evenly.
The Magic heating box has allowed me to reduce the temperature that my boiler works at by about 15 degrees.
The Magic Box has got all the radiators hot from top to bottom, and the actual heat that emanates seems of a totally different quality. It's altogether much warmer.
Now the heating seems to permeate right through the house.
Magic heating box improves the central heating in that the rads are now evenly heated all over, so they're working at full capacity, and we haven't had to bleed the rads at all since it's been fitted.
The Magic heating box, on initial impressions, lives up to all that was promised. The whole quality of heating is far better. All in all, the central heating is now working to its best capacity ever. The water is now circulating at 60 compared with 80 previously.
As part of the installation, of course, there was the new management system, and that took a little bit of getting used to because it's up and down arrows instead of sliders and things. But now I'm getting used to it. I think it'll prove its worth. And what I like about it technically is the fact that each circuit has its own fuse and driven by its own relays, so it's presumably electrically a safer system.
My heating management system offers much more flexibility than the previous one, but it does take a bit of getting used to. I'm sure it'll be great once I understand it fully.
I like the central heating management system because there are so many settings you can have, and it gives you a flexibility that the other systems didn't have.
It was difficult to know where to put the box, and after some debate, in the end we decided to use the airing cupboard, and I think that turned out to be a really good decision. Everything is nicely neat together, and also of course all the wires coming up from the boiler come to the airing cupboard, so from that point of view it was easier to control and manage the whole system.
Our Magic Box has been installed in the utility room along with the boiler.
They installed the Magic heating box in the airing cupboard beside the hot water cylinder.
The Magic heating box has been installed in the disused chimney breast, which we previously utilised for the new combi boiler we had, and so both are together now in a self-contained space and can't be seen, and yet they're still very accessible if necessary.
The installation was very good. It started promptly at the beginning of the day. He was a cheerful man, explained what he was doing as he went on, and he cleared up after himself very well at the end.
And we worked really well together. We discussed where to put the box, and it soon became evident just how skillful they were, and of course I was able to talk to them.
The installation was conducted, as I said, without any mess, and the people cleared up well after themselves.
Oh, the installation team were fantastic.
We're very happy with the installation. The guys were polite, well informed, and did a good job all round, and didn't interfere with the normal running of the house in any way. I'm very, very pleased with them.
Our Magic heating box was installed in one day. They were very efficient and cleaned up after that.
Really, really neat plumbing, beautifully clean joints, something you don't often see, so I'm tickled pink with that.
Yeah, I would happily recommend the Magic heating box to any friend or anybody who was interested. It's we regard it as money well spent.
Because of the way that this has been installed, I would definitely recommend this to friends and family.
Certainly I'd recommend the Magic Box system to my friends. I'd probably have them round here to see how good it is, and yes, I'd be very glad to recommend it.